from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football. We are ready for a terrific game. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Missouri Tigers offense will start this game off with the football. Ahmad Hardy, he put up numbers, more than 200 yards and a couple of scores in their victory last time out. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wildcats offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, and you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man, and I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up so he can make a play. Set those feet first, then you give it to him.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pull and throw off the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Right on the money. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Anderson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's Baxter. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a give to Hardy. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here's Simmons to throw. Working that left side now. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Tigers are marching down the field. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. They'll give it to Hardy. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his 2nd rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. The windows aren't very big. But this dude right now is feeling it.
And as a defense now, I understand the mission. Palmer, it's pretty simple. They're going to run the football. So I've got to meet that physical challenge, man. I got to stop the run, or else this is going to be a long day for this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Baxter. Stop cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Throwing Simmons. Gets rid of it. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He's got it again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers have pushed it inside the 20. Simmons. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Oh, they're after him. Zings it complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like the back end.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Here's a give to Hardy. Spins away from the defense. Got a little grass. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Right back to Hardy on first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go play action with Simmons. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be third and long. Here's Simmons to throw. Floats it out in space. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Kentucky going quickly.
Well, we know these are 2 very highly recruited guys, a quarterback and a wide receiver, and they've experienced their lumps a little bit early this year. Still figuring out. The timing hasn't been great between them, and that's a big reason why they've already lost a couple of games early this year. But it just takes one. It takes one game for everything to just click. And if these guys can hook up a few times in this one, get that confidence, that mojo going, you just get the feeling this offense really can take off.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Kentucky's head coach said in the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. Great move. Now he's got made him miss again. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Missouri sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll give it to Hardy. Sweet cut there. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The RPO, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Simmons. They'll run the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It's third and goal and third and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24.
There's some room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. On first down, it's Baxter again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. His drive facing a little adversity now. Last play, it's 2nd and 20. Back to pass. He's going to fire deep. Got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. In the red area, it's Baxter. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Baxter again. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Simmons makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Simmons on play action. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Here's a give to Hardy. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Simmons to throw. Unleashes one. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
It's complete to the left. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hardy again. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. 3rd and 8. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it with Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Number 19, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Gilmore. Still on his feet at the 45. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Oh, he makes the catch. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. And that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football and over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Simmons on the play fake. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. They'll give it to Hardy. Makes a man miss. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The give on the counter. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. On first down, it's Hardy again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Throwing Simmons. Fires quickly. Touchdown, Tigers. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers!
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick six right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On first down, it's Baxter again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They'll give it to Baxter. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside. Something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Here we go. Ready.
One more time, it's Hardy. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The run inside, it's Hardy. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It's 3rd and 5. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.